Hello and welcome to Scala Automotive. And I've managed to pry Hamza away from his work for 5 minutes just so that we can talk about why people should buy a car from Scala Automotive. I mean, at the end of the day, there's plenty of cars out there. There's plenty of garages out there, including everybody else. Why come to Scala Automotive?
Well, for starters, South, we don't buy cars from auction sites. We don't buy cars from various bits and bobs. We
Okay,
buy
so
from private individuals.
okay, fair enough. So we go straight to the what's the word I'm looking for? What's the phrase? Straight to the yeah. I was going to use a kind of slightly ruder phrase, but anyway, we buy them directly off the end user.
Correct. So in return, what that gives you is service history,
Okay.
which is primal for
Yeah.
any
So we know
customer.
where the car's been. Yeah. Yeah.
Not only that, general upkeep of a vehicle as well. If an owner has that vehicle, they normally look after it.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yeah. Yeah. But they want to maximise obviously how much they get for their car in return for what they've put into it. No, totally get it.
yeah.
What else?
Well, there's a few things, such as once we've obtained that vehicle,
Mhm.
we would then go through major servicing if it needs service, oil filter,
Okay.
normal oil change, your pollen filter,
Mhm.
air filter,
Mhm.
spark plugs.
What about if it's a diesel?
You don't. Something like
Sorry,
that.
I was going to try and catch you out on that one. Okay, fair enough. All right, so we buy the car privately, we service it, we make sure we inspect it, and we look at anything that may be done. Obviously, if it needs doing, we do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Quick question:
sure.
what if there's an MOT advisory?
So wow, good question. That we cover all MOT previous advisories. We look into it in our inspection, so we
Hmm.
thoroughly check over the history of the car. And let's just say last year got a MOT done, but there was certain advisories.
So basically, what you're saying is, if in last year's MOT there was an advisory on brake pads wearing thin,
Absolutely,
you're going to go and check it.
that's the
Now,
first
the
thing.
likelihood is it may have been done, but we're still checking it.
Absolutely,
And if there was an MOT done in 2023, 22, 21 that showed advisories, we're also looking at those. Obviously, 9 times out of 10, I get it. They're done, they're sorted, but we put an eye on it just so
absolutely.
that we know. Okay.
Only because if there's any niggly bits that kind of get missed out,
As happens with cars, definitely.
it's a vehicle. Things
Yeah.
go wrong all the time. So
Yeah, no,
look at
listen.
those things. However, minimum we will give you 6 months
6 months MOT.
MOT.
What about that car last week that had near on 7 months MOT? And you go, Sal, we need to do this one.
Now 6 months, 7 months, like potato, right? Same thing.
At the end of the day, we want to look after the customer. I hear you. I hear you.
And
Okay.
we do have, sometimes me and you do go back and forth, but then ultimately it's
Back and forth. I tell you what, we need to get the boxing gloves out some days.
really.
Seriously.
Oh, oh. All right. Anyway, for the customer itself, what you get is a service in the car, despite when the last service was done.
Mm-hmm.
You get a inspection of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Any advisory on the previous MOT will be looked into. If it needs any changing, we'll get that done as well. Ultimately, we're here to give you a service, so we're going to do that no matter what happens, even if me and you have a small little tick for that.
That's behind closed doors.
Yeah,
That's almost sounded wrong. That it sounded
yeah,
so wrong. But anyway, so what about someone wants to come in and test drive? Because I've worked for a lot of main dealers, and I know that someone comes in and go, "Oh, I'd like to test drive that one."
yeah.
First thing we do is lock them into an office and try and take their name, their address, their telephone number, their inside leg measurement. Why don't we do that here?
To be fair with you, if you like a car, you've seen it online, you've
Mm,
seen it on our
mm,
website, most likely, of course, we need your driver license
mm.
for us to
Well,
know.
obviously, yeah, we've got to stay legal. Yeah.
Correct. But there's no pressure. You just
Okay.
come and sit down. You like a car,
Mhm.
let's take it for a spin.
Okay. What if, after all your checks
Yeah,
and the AA passed an inspection,
yeah.
I want to get my mechanic down here because you know what? He knows what he's talking about.
No, we will never say no to any of that.
Mhm.
However, ultimately, what you understand, these checks that we do,
Mhm.
these AAs that we do, all of these extra activities that we put in a vehicle
Mhm.
is for the customer.
Oh,
This
true.
does
True.
cost. So it's not about the cost here. It's about the quality and satisfaction, right?
So my mechanic can come down and have a look at it then, is what you're
I
saying?
mean, what would happen ideally is me and that mechanic will have a conversation based on what tea is, how many sugars he wants.
True.
You know,
True.
how many
Okay.
sugars and how long you've been in the trade. But that's besides the point. Right?
Okay, well, fine. But then again, there's all the other bits and pieces. Obviously, we do make sure that the vehicle is in the best condition it can be.
Absolutely.
But please understand that we're selling used cars, okay? So mechanically, that is going to be spot on. Cosmetically, if there's the odd imperfection,
It's a used car.
well, mate, I'm a used man. 52 years old, mate. I tell you what, I've got so many imperfections, it's unbelievable. Okay?
Right.
But, I mean, from your point of view,
Yeah.
you do all the mechanical, you do everything else. From our point of view, if people want to see the paperwork, the service history, the V5, any records that we have, we put them on the table. Off you go. Obviously, data protection, we can't show you the previous owner and various personal details, but we will do everything that we can to show you what we've got. And we work closely with the AA, as you know. You're on the phone to them every blooming day.
Actually saying, all right, this work's been carried out in these processes.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Also, proof has been sent
But
across.
the benefit is that if someone wants that security, that it's Scala and it's was probably the most synonymous name in the car industry.
Pretty big.
Yeah,
Pretty big.
pretty big. Yeah, pretty big. Okay, and of course the other and most important thing is that legally we honour all our obligations under all the various acts. Sales of Goods Act, that's been replaced, Consumer Rights Act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, everything on there. And people come in and they love our service. So,
The reviews speak for themselves, Sal. It's things
oh,
that you should not be saying. It's one of those sayings, right?
yeah,
Check the reviews.
check the reviews. Speak to our ex-customers. If you see one of our Scala plates, it's got the nice little red strip at the bottom with our website and our telephone number on there. Guys, don't take our word for it. Do your research. Find out. Let me know if there is a better place to buy a quality used car than here at Scala Automotive. See you soon.